What's up, everybody? We are live, and we got a pretty banging card, man, on Saturday. We got UFC 242 in Dubai. We got Khabib, the champion, versus Dustin Poirier, the interim champion. I think it's a great fight. I can't wait to talk about that fight. The line is, pretty crazy, and we got a lot of good fights in the card, man. We got Ramos versus Makhavchev, mac and cheese. We got CDF versus Taismov. I mean, Barboza Felder rematch. It's a really stacked card. We have 13 fights in the card. Knock on wood that no fights follow through or no fights fall off. And yeah, so before we talk about next week, before we talk about Saturday, let's talk about last week. The Shenzhen card. It's a pretty good card. A lot of people didn't think it was going to be the best card, but there's some good fights, and we had another winning night. I mean, that's 2 weeks in a row. So with Contender Series 3, but I mean, I'm not going to count Contender Series. So 2 UFC cards in a row, winning nights. Lead the Leech, man, came through for me. I put 2 units on him, and he went out there and made it look dominant, man. So I'm really happy for him. Dude, he looked really good, man. I mean, he dominated that entire fight. He didn't enforce the brawl. I thought going in the fight that he had more power and that he had to kind of enforce the brawl to win, but I mean, he went out there and just looked really good, great movement, and just picked Zaleski apart, dropped him 3 times. I saw something today that Zaleski said that it was a bad stoppage. No, it wasn't. I mean, you were getting your ass kicked. You got dropped 3 times. It was a great stoppage. And Lee the Leech is in the top 15 now, man. So, I mean, that was the best Leech we ever seen. I mean, like I mentioned, dominated the fight, got the win there, and yeah, bet him. So I had a 3.3 unit on the night. I put 2 units on him, so I cashed on that. I bet on Mizuki, 2 units on her. I would cash on that. And then I lost on Jessica Andrade. And yeah, that was a bad loss. It's embarrassing. She said something I read that it was, she didn't. What is it? I mean, maybe, I think she said she took it seriously, but now it's gonna be no fun and games. I don't know what she's talking about. She might be so concussed, but I mean, she gets hurt a lot, man, in the fight. So all that damage, maybe just caught up to her, but she got her ass kicked. She does not deserve the rematch. Suarez should 100% fight Weili Zhang. And as much as I like Jessica Andrade, she's a great fighter. I mean, she was getting her ass kicked and Suarez got the win, but I don't know, man, she's ever going to get the belt again. I mean, there's a lot of killers in that division, and I mean, I think Suarez is going to have that champion belt for a long time, man. So I hope Weili gets that fight next, and we'll see, man, where Andrade is. She's still a good fighter for sure, man, but I don't know. I don't know if she's ever going to get the belt again, especially if Suarez gets it. She's not going to beat Suarez. So yeah, I'm trying to think any other fights. Oh, Fluffy, Fluffy got a good submission win, but I mean, he got hurt a lot in that fight, man. So he has great pressure. He has a really good chin. He's super durable. But one thing I've noticed, man, he gets hurt a lot in his fights, dude. So when he's fighting a guy that has really good takedown defense and good grappling and has really good striking, dude, I have to fade him. I don't know who's gonna fight next. I know he wants to fight Heinrich really bad. I know they have bad blood, and I mean that's probably not the best matchup for Fluffy, but we'll see. I know Heinrich just got a fight though. He's fighting Brad Tavares, but we'll see, man. I'm really curious to see who Fluffy gets next. He's still, I think, a good prospect. The Krantz Ken Song fight, pretty lackluster. Moises got his ass kicked against Demir Isabulov. I mean, overall, I thought it was a pretty decent card. And let's just jump right in, man, this card. So before we talk about the first fight, I have, so I have 3 bets so far. They're all dog bets. And I might maybe make one more play. I have not decided yet. We'll see. I'm still going back and forth. I'm going to make it. I don't know. We'll talk about it later, but I'm debating between 2 people. Well, actually, one more play, and it's either going to be a parlay or someone straight. But I don't know, man. I'm not going to do both. I'm going to do one more, but we'll see. So let's see here. So first fight of the night, we got supposed to be Don Madge versus Faris, or not Faris. It's supposed to be Don Madge versus Magomed Musasayev, and that would have been a really crazy fight. I mean, I feel like the line would have been, I feel like Madge probably would have been the dog in that fight. I think Madge would have beat him, though, to be honest. And let's talk about this matchup. So you got Don Madge versus Faraz Ziam, the Frenchman. Yeah, man. I'm pretty pissed that I didn't take the minus 140 on Madge when he was minus 140. I mean, I feel like that was a steal. Now he's minus 195, minus 190. He's, parlay material now. Going into his debut, before, or actually watched tape on him against what was it? The Tay Edwards fight. I couldn't find a lot of tape on him in the past. And now there's a lot obviously on there, but there wasn't I thought he was a good fighter. I know he's supposed to fight David Tamer. I thought Tamer would have smoked him. I don't know about that anymore. I mean, if that ever happened, we'll talk about that in a time. But I don't know. If the tape I watched on him when going into the Tay Edwards fight, I didn't think he was that impressive. I didn't think he was a job or anything. I just didn't think he was gonna, do well in the UFC. And then after watching that fight with Tay Edwards, and yeah, Tay Edwards, you say what you want about him. He's a jobber. He's a big dude, explosive. I mean, I was really impressed with Madge. I mean, first off, he's only lost 3 fights all to the same person. And so, I mean, I think one was in 2014, 2013, and 2016. Let me check real quick. 2012, 2013, 2015. So, I mean, a long time ago. And I mean, this guy is just huge for the division, He trains, in Thailand. I know he trains out here with Cyborg too. He's one of Cyborg's main training partners. He's just good everywhere. The guy's striking is really good. He's so technical. He has a really good right hand. He has really good head kicks. I mean, he hurt Tay Edwards bad with that left head kick. He has a right left head kick. And another thing too, besides his good pressure, he's an animal. He's going to be in your face. He hits hard. He's really technical, very durable, good cardio. Like I mentioned, a huge 155er, but then again, he has really good grappling. He's like a brown-bound BJJ. You don't want to take this guy down. He's always looking for submissions. I mean, the guy's a finisher for a reason. I'm pretty sure all his wins are by finish. And he's on a 5-fight winning streak. I'm impressed. I think Madge is, the real deal. And he's getting kind of a cupcake matchup, in my opinion. This Frenchman, he's 10-2. He's 22 years old. He's making, his debut on short notice. He's technical striking. I don't think his striking is that good. He has pretty good wrestling, so I mean he could take the match down, but I don't think he wants to take the match down. I mean, if he does, I could definitely see him getting tapped out here. I'm pretty sure he's been tapped out as well, right? Yeah, he has 2 losses by submission, so that does not help him at all. He's kind of a small 55er. I mean, he's tall, I think he's taller than Madge, but he's just not, a big 55er like Madge. Madge is really built, and I just don't think it's a good matchup for this Frenchman. I think Madge is better wherever the fight goes, and I think Madge is going to get a finish here. So I'm going to go Don Madge with the first round finish. Like I mentioned, I'm pretty mad that I didn't hit the minus 140. For some reason, I thought he was going to get better because it was, at minus 140. But, I mean, he opened a huge favorite for a reason, and this guy's good. And I like the guy, man. So I got Don Madge for the finish. So next fight, I believe this is one of the closest fights of the night right here. We got Omari Akhmedov versus Zach Cummings. And honestly, man, this is a really close fight. I've been going back and forth with this fight. Initially, I wanted to play Zach Cummings here, but then after watching the tape, it's a really close fight, man. Zach Cummings is 2-0 at 185, returning the middleweight division. I think he was in it before the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter is at 185 and before that, but about Zach Cummings, I mean, we're going to get, he's a very tough guy. He has a very good straight left. I mean, it's best punch. It's very powerful. Has a lot of knockouts. He has a good chin, good cardio. He's never been knocked out. He has been hurt in fights. I mean, Giles, was definitely, landed some really good shots when Cummings just ate him. I mean, he took a beating against Ponzi at 170. Even though Cummings won a round, I mean, that was a pretty close fight. But I mean, Ponzi still won the fight. But Cummings, he gets hit a lot, but I mean, he has a really good chin. Like I mentioned, he's never been knocked out. So if Omari gets his first knockout or gets a knockout here, I'll be really impressed. But one thing I like about Zach Cummings, besides his cardio, I mean, he has the cardio advantage here for sure. And I do think that he has the chin advantage. They both have good chins, but Omari, man, just gets hit so much, like I mentioned about Cummings. But Omari's taken, I feel more damage. He's been knocked out twice. Omari's been subbed twice. I mean, the guy's, kill or be killed. One thing I like about Cummings is that, besides the cardio, that this guy's a really good darce, man. I mean, he has a really good ground game. People think he's a joke on the mat, but the dude's a black belt, man, BJJ. So he has good takedown defense. He has been taken down. I know Presaris took him down a couple times. I know Gunnar Nelson took him down in the past. Trevor Smith, I think, took him down, but he got right back up, so I don't even count that as a takedown. Giles couldn't take him down. So, I mean, Omari, I feel like, he might have the better wrestling here. But, I mean, if you can take him down, you better watch out, man, because, I mean, dude, Zach Cummings' Starstroke is legit, and he has a lot of wins by it. I think he has, like, 4 wins by it. And he has good submissions as well besides that, dude. He hit some, like, crazy submission against Yakovlev. I forget what it was. Keylock or something? But, so, yeah, I mean, Omari, you're never going to get from him. He's a brawler. He swings, man. He puts everything in every shot. And, I mean, he's on a 4-5 winning streak, I think, or actually one of those fights was a draw against Vettori. Just watched that last night. I think Vettori won that fight. I mean, I think a lot of media people scored it for Omari, but I thought Vettori won. And one thing I don't like about Omari is the cardio. He gasses out bad, man. I mean, because he comes forward like a wild man. He just puts everything in every shot. I don't like his cardio, and I mean, he's been finished twice by TKO and by sub twice. So I mean, I'm telling you right now. I don't know, man. I feel like he might hit harder than Zach Cummings. And, I mean, like I mentioned, Zach Cummings gets hit a lot too. But, I mean, I just don't like the way Omari wings his shots. I don't think Zach Cummings is going to go out there and take him down. Like I mentioned, Omari definitely has the submission game. Omari definitely has the wrestling game. And, I mean, it's one of those fights, I just want to sit back and enjoy. I'm going to go with Zach Cummings with the win. I think he's going to get a 3rd round TKO here. But I'm just not confident, man, in playing him, especially in Russia, because it could be Dubai, a very close fight. But I can't pick Omari, man. Just that guy, he's probably gonna win the 1st round, man. Just he could even win the 2nd round, very close. But I just see him and gassing him. We've seen him gas so every fight, man. I mean, he gassed against Vettori, man, and that's what got him the loss or the draw, but it should have been a loss. Tim Boach won a round against him. I mean, yeah, he looked good against Abdul Razak at 170, but I mean, he was a huge 170, man. And I mean, he almost lost that fight too. That's a split decision, dude. And then Zaleski finished him late. Serginho finished him late. I mean, like I mentioned, he's been tapped out twice. So it's probably going to be one of the best fights tonight because, Omari just, he has very good right hand, good jab. Like I mentioned, really good pressure, and Zach Cummings is good pressure too. So I feel like they're just going to be, just in each other's face, and it's going to be a war. But I'm going to go with the guy I think has better cardio. I think he's more durable as well. So I'll go with Zach Cummings with a 3rd round TKO. So next fight, is this the fight? Is it? Yes. No. Okay. I thought it was another fight. We got Nordine Taleb versus Muslim Salikhov or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, this is another fight, honestly, man, just like the fight I just mentioned right now. I mean, I think it's one of the closest fights on the card. I've been going back and forth this fight as well, but I can't pick Salikhov here, man. I just don't think the guy's UFC material. I don't think he's that good. I mean, he has no ground game at all. If you take this guy down, I mean, he has no ground game, Both his losses by submission. I mean, I'm an idiot because I bet him in his debut versus Alex Garcia. I'm pretty sure most people did as well, and that was a terrible bet. God, dude. I mean, yeah, he beat Ricky Rainey. Congrats. Ricky Rainey he seems like a cool guy, but he's probably the worst guy in the division right now. And the guy just has no chin. And, Salikhov has flashy striking, good striking. He's technical for sure. But like I mentioned, no ground game. Taleb, on the other hand, good record in the UFC, 7-4. But, I mean, a big red flag about Taleb here is that, I mean, the guy is declining, man, for sure. I mean, he's lost 2 out of his last 3 fights. He beat, Kyle Preckwild last fight, which you should do. But, I mean, because Kyle's not even, I mean, has no business fighting at 170. He's a lightweight for a region. He's pretty small for lightweight. I mean, he could fight featherweight probably too. But one thing about Taleb is I feel like he's taken a lot of damage, man, in his career. And I mean, it's cashing up to him. Look at the fight with Ponzi. He took so much damage. I mean, like I mentioned, he's lost 2 of his last 3. Strickland hurt him really bad in that fight. I mean, terrible fight IQ against Hannibal Silva. I think his chin is definitely deteriorating here. He has a grappling advantage. Is he going to use it? Because, I mean, if he does, he's going to get the win for sure. But, I mean, he could just sit back and, let Muslim kind of just pick him apart. But, I mean, Taleb still has good striking. He's still, pretty tactical on the feet. But, I mean, both these guys are old. And, I mean, I got to give the advantage, though, on the feet. I don't know, man. It's close, man. I think they're both really good in the feet. I think Salikhov might have more weapons. I think Taleb, definitely has a grappling advantage here. And if Taleb wasn't, looking bad lately, like I mentioned, lost 2 of his last 3, he's going out there against guys like, what's his name? fuck, what does that do that fought? Okay, in camp. I mean, he lost a round against in camp. You shouldn't be doing that against a guy like in camp. I'm pretty sure he got taken down in that fight too. So, but then again, I mean, Muslim's not going to take him down. So, I mean, like I mentioned, Taleb has the advantage on the mat, on the feet. I think it's close, but I'm just, Muslim has a good chin. He's been knocked out, I think, one time in kickboxing, but I'm just really like worried about Taleb's damage meter, man. I mean, he's declining for sure. This could be his last fight, man. It really could. Muslim, I mean, I don't think he's going to be retiring anytime soon, but I have a feeling, man, that this could be Taleb's last fight. But I still got to pick him here. So I'm going to go with beating Taleb with a win. And I think he's going to, do I want to pick submission here? I'm going to go with the submission. I think he's going to tap out Salikhov. But if it goes to scorecards, it could definitely be hairy. So next fight, we got Belal Muhammad versus Takashi Sato. And this is a good fight. This is actually one of the fights I was referring to about parlaying. Bilal's line definitely, I think he was like, minus 240 or something like that earlier, or not earlier, a couple of days ago. Now he's kind of like minus 360. So I don't know if I want to play the juice on that because the line right now is kind of steep, man, for Belal, because one thing about Belal is, he has a good chin. I'm not going to say he's chinny. He's definitely not chinny, but we've seen him get hurt in fights before. So, I mean, you can't just say Sato, can't go out there and knock him out. Sato definitely has, I feel like, more power on the feet. He's definitely more explosive. He could 100% knock out Belal. And, that's why I'm kind of worried if I wanted to play Belal at minus 360. But, I mean, Belal just has a huge advantage on the mat. I think Belal is really good boxing. I think he's more tactical for sure. I mean, you saw Sato get hurt by Ben Saunders last fight. Killer B, dude, was, I thought, won in that first round, man. I mean, he hurt Sato. He dropped him, and Sato gets hurt in a lot of fights too. He got dropped against that Kiwi in the fight before this debut, man. I mean, he won the fight. Congrats. And, he gets hurt a lot in his fights, and he shows adversity. He's a tough dude. I mean, he has a good chin, man, and he's a huge welterweight. But, I mean, I like Belal, man. I mean, he's 6-3 in the UFC for a reason. He got hurt a lot, in that Joe Ben fight in his debut. Luke knocked him out cold. I mean, the guy just, his cardio and the pace that he sets is just so good, man. Second to none. We saw his boxing last fight versus Kirsten Wonder. Okay, I bet on Belal there. I didn't think he was going to go out there and beat Wonder on the feet. I thought he was just going to take him down and just get a submission easily. But, I mean, he beat him everywhere. And Wender's, one of the biggest welterweights, one really good striker in the division, and he has no ground game. But Belal beat him on the feet. I was really shocked in that at all. I mean, I was shocked, 100%. But yeah, I mean, great jab, great right hand for Belal. I mean, great technical boxing. I mean, relentless. He's so tough, man. I mean, he's so hard to finish this kid. I mean, Luque's, the only guy to knock him out. I mean, Luque's a potential top 10 guy, probably going to be even farther than that. And I mean, this is a real sidetrack real quick. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm just thinking about potential matchups like Luque and Zaleski. Oh my God. So many people in the past thought that Zaleski was going to smoke Luque. If they fight, dude, come on. Luque would kill him, dude. And anyways, I'm getting a little sidetracked, but back on the matchup, yeah, I do think the line's a little steep at minus 360, but I don't know, man. I don't see how Sato wins, man, besides getting a knockout. I mean, he's not going to win a decision against Belal. I mean, he's KO or bust. I mean, but he definitely could get a KO, man, because, Belal, he's not chinny, I'm not going to say, but he's not. But like I mentioned, he gets hurt in some fights, but he's a very tough dude, and I just think he's just better, man, wherever the fight goes than Sato. But, if you're going to sit here and tell me that the line's off and you take a small shot on Sato, I'm not going to, make fun of you. He has a great left hand, dude, and he definitely has the power edge in this. Belal doesn't have more power than Sato. Belal's not going to go out there and knock him out. Belal's not really a finisher. He wins a lot of decisions. So, I mean, if Belal gets a finish, it's probably going to be by submission, in my opinion. But then again, Belal's not going to submit anyone. He could even submit Kirsten Wonder. So, I'll go with Belal with the 30-27 decision. Maybe one judge might give Sato 20-28 for maybe Rocky and Belal. But yeah, I'll go with Belal by a comfortable decision. So, next fight, real quick, let's go in the comments. What's up, Clint, Diehard MMA? I know that, well, actually, I don't want to spoil on your play, so never mind. I'm not going to say anything. Torrin Brown, are you Mexican or something, bro? I'm white, but yeah, I'm basically, a little Mexican, and I'm a little, I don't know. I was going to say I'm Irish, but I was going to say I want to be Irish, but I'm not. But I'm basically just white and Mexican and a little Japanese, which is kind of crazy. I bet no one thinks that. DK Play, what's up, bro? Isaiah, what's up, everybody? Finally able to catch up the show live. What's up, guys? So, yeah, next fight. First fight of the preliminary card. We got Ataman Azari. We got Ottoman Azaitar versus Teemu Packalen. Yeah, this is definitely one of those fights, man, that I don't want any part of. I do think that Adazir or Ottoman definitely gets the win here. I mean, I'm not going to be parlaying him though. I mean, I definitely think that Teemu is kind of a joke. I mean, the dude he just hasn't fought in a long time. I mean, he got smoked against the EKC. Like, what do you get? Like, what is he really good at? He has 6 wins by submission. I mean, does he have the grappling advantage? Probably. I mean, we've seen Ottoman get taken down before, but I mean, the guy is just relentless. I mean, he has really good pressure. He's a knockout artist. He has heavy hands. He's definitely the way better striker, more power. The guy's not a quitter. The guy just he fights, man, for your money and making his debut. I don't want to put the juice on him. I mean, because I don't know, man. I would never play Teemu here in the spot. I think he's at the bottom of the division, but. Then again, I don't think Ottoman's that good either. I feel like I'm going to be fading him for sure, man. I mean, he's fought a lot of cans, but I think the pressure alone is going to hurt Teemu, and he's going to hurt him, man. So I'll go with Ottoman by finish, but it's just a fight I don't really, particularly really like. I'm not confident in it, but I'm confident Teemu is a joke. So next fight, a fight that this is pretty intriguing fight, man. I've been going back and forth in this fight. Let me check my notes. We got Liana Jouja versus Sarah Cheesecake Moras. And yeah, man, this is, obviously, a low level fight in the division, but I actually think it's a pretty decent fight. Sarah Cheesecake, okay, there. So she's 5-5. She's definitely the bigger girl. I mean, she's a huge bantamweight, and I don't think, Jouja's, the biggest bantamweight. But yeah, Cheesecake, 2-4 in the UFC. She's known for her jiu-jitsu. She has a good ground game. She's a flopper, good chin. Cardio, she does gas, man, but she's a very tough girl. I mean, Chason finished her, but come on, dude. Chason's a potential, going to be a top 5 girl. I mean, she could even be farther than that. Macy Chason's a beast. And I mean, Cheesecake took her down. I was pretty impressed with that takedown. But then, I mean, she got finished, man, by one of the best finishers in the division. Macy finishes everybody, bro. She's going to kill Landsberg, by the way. But anyways, about the matchup. I mean, this is, your typical striking versus, grappling matchup. But then again, like, Jojo's striking's not that good either. Like, I mean, both these girls aren't really that good in the feet. Like, I think Cheesecake, throws bombs and she wings her shots. She's definitely probably has more power. Like, she has a pretty heavy right hand. But, Jojo's not that good in the feet. I think she's more technical. Like, striking's like whatever. She has a good jab. I'll say she's more technical, but I think Cheesecake has more power. I mean, yeah, Jojo has a pretty good ground game too. I mean, we've seen her, win some wins by submission, but I mean, her last fight, dude, 5-round fight, good cardio. Like, she has the better cardio than Cheesecake for sure, 100%. But I mean, she's been taken down. She got taken down a lot. I mean, she did reverse the girl, but I mean, so I think Cheesecake could definitely take her down. I think Cheesecake has the better jiu-jitsu. I mean, Jojo's been tapped out before too. She's 7-2. She's fought a lot of cans. Cheesecake, she's fought definitely the better competition for sure. I mean, she's on a 3-fight losing streak. Her back's against the wall 100%. She's only beaten Ashley Evans Smith and then I think some jobber like before that. Ashley Evans Smith fight, I mean, that was a good win. She hurt Andrade, I'm pretty sure. Didn't she almost tap her out? Yeah, so she definitely has the better ground game. I'll say that for sure. But, dude, it's really close, man. I'm going to go back and forth in this fight. I like Cheesecake. Like, pretty badass nickname, seems like a cool girl. But, I mean, let alone her back's against the wall. So, like, we could definitely see her, get the win here. But, yeah, I mean, I've been literally going back and forth in this fight. I mean, it's just one of those fights that, I don't see how like a lot of people like why or like they would play the juice on her here, versus Cheesecake. I mean, yeah, Cheesecake's at the bottom of the division. She's on a 3-fight losing streak, but they're against girls that are all better than her. I mean, she even took down Lucy Padilla. She actually took down all 3 of those girls. She took down Macy, she took down Pudilova, and she took down Talita. So, I mean, the cardio advantage is huge, I feel like, for Jouja. I think that's why I'm going to pick her to get the win because Cheesecake does gas, but I think this could definitely be a very, very close fight. So I'm going to go with Jouja with a 29-28 decision win. And, I mean, Cheesecake could definitely, get this win. I mean, it's I feel like it's dog or pass in this matchup. And I know some people are going to be like, dude, Cheesecake sucks and all that. And look, it's all about the spot, Like, you can bet a shitty fighter against another shitty fighter. I mean, it's literally, that's like my motto when I, like, watch tape. It's all about the spot. I don't care if I'm going to bet some jobber like Mickey Gall. I mean, I bet Salim versus him. And I know he wasn't that good, but that was, anyways, it was a bad bet because he lost. But all about the spot. Cheesecake's live. I think she could definitely get a submission win here. And like I mentioned, your back's against the wall. When fighters are your back's against the wall, like a lot of them win, man. So I'm going to go Cheesecake. Or not Cheesecake. My bad. I'm going to go with Jojo with the split or the very close decision, but I think Cheesecake's live. Next fight, we got Zubaira Tukhogov versus Warren Murphy. I know I butchered that last name. Yeah, I mean, this is another weird fight. You know, Murphy's making his debut. You know, good right hand. I mean, the guy definitely has a very heavy right hand, but he hasn't fought in anyone. He's fought in all cans. The dude's been taken down before. I mean, besides multiple fights and guys that aren't even close as Zubaira. You know, Zubaira is a grappler. He has great relentless pressure. I mean, trains with Khabib, aka Russian. I mean, he's definitely a good grappler. Hasn't fought in a long time. Definitely a long way off, like 3 years. But guy took down McConnell like 6 times. I mean, if he can take McConnell down, I mean, I don't see how he doesn't take down Murphy. The line's crazy. I mean, all those people that took the shot on Murphy at plus 400 or whatever above that. I mean, yeah, I can see it for sure. He definitely, I think, has the better striking. You know, Zubaira striking is not the best, and yeah, Murphy could definitely, you know, pick him apart before he gets taken down. But yeah, I'll go with Zubaira with a submission win. Next fight, this is definitely one of my favorite fights tonight because I'm like really high, man, on one of these girls. We got KGB Angeli versus Jojo Calderwood. Now, before we talk about the matchup, I will say that the line is a little steep in my opinion. You know, I was thinking about parlaying KGB with Belal. I definitely need both of them, their lines to get down. But I mean, I've said a lot of stuff about KGB, man, in the past. All good. I mean, I think that she's definitely, you know, the dark horse division. I mean, in my opinion, she might be the second best girl, like in the division, right behind Chev. I mean, this girl's a beast, dude. I mean, she really is, man. She's finally put it all together. I mean, she's huge for the division. I mean, it's hard to take this girl down. She has really good judo. She has really good ground game, good grappling, and it's scary because her ground game's really good and her grappling's good, but her striking's even better, dude. I mean, she has a great jab, good kicks. I mean, she dominated Montana Del Rosa last fight, dude. And I mean, it's hard to take this girl down. Even if you do, dude, like she's gonna get right back up. She's gonna even reverse you. She can take you down. I mean, I think she's better everywhere in this fight, man, than Jojo. Like I mentioned, the line's a little steep, so I mean, maybe Jojo's. I mean, am I gonna? The thing is, like, okay, actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. I wanted to say Jojo was live. I really do. Like, actually, go before the fight, I thought she was live, and even though I mean, I'm a huge fan of KGB, and I think she's so good. But then after the tape, she's not live, dude. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if I want to play KGB at minus 230, but I just don't see how Jojo gets this win besides winning a close decision on the feet. You know, Jojo's definitely, a good technical striker, but I mean, she's been tapped out 3 times. I don't think she can take down KGB. I mean, if she does take down KGB, she's probably going to get tapped out. And if KGB takes her down, she's not going to get tapped out by Calderwood. So I think KGB has the better grappling, the better wrestling, the better ground game. She's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu or BJJ. I mean, she has a judo background, but on the feet, man, just the pressure, dude. KGB hits like a truck, dude. I mean, really good kicks, great jab, great right hand. I don't see, man, how Jojo gets this win. So I'm going to go with KGB, and I'm going to go with, I think she's going to tap her out. I'm going to go with a second round submission win, man, over Jojo. So next fight, let's see. Okay, we got my first play tonight. Let's find that. There we go. We got CDF Carlos Diego Ferreira versus Maribek Taismov. And a lot of people, man, are probably not going to agree with what I'm about to say right now. We'll see, if they do or not. But I got 2 units, man, on the CDF at plus 195. And Taismov, man, he's a great fighter. He's a great striker. He's definitely the better striker here. I mean, the dude's, been knocking out a lot of people. But let's just talk about who he's been fighting real quick. I mean, he's been fighting a lot of guys that are just – they're not that good. I mean, CDF blows all those guys out of the water. And, yeah, we've seen, how to beat Taismov. It was a long time ago. And, Michel Proceres took him down at will. I mean, CDF has the grappling advantage in this fight. And you're going to try to argue with me right now and say that Taismov has the grappling advantage? Like, you're, high 100% because he does not have grappling advantage. He does have good takedown defense, but we've seen him get taken down before, One thing that I got to talk about, though, is last fight, dude. I have a lot of debate with some of my friends, and I mean, some agree, some don't. But Des Green, ladies and gentlemen, Des Green, won a round in that fight. Des Green made that fight close. I mean, it was 30-27, but it might have been the closest 30-27 I've ever seen. I mean, they both landed the same amount of strikes. Des Green, man, was holding his own on the feet. I mean, Des Green was throwing some good strikes, but against Taismov, and CDF is a way better fighter than him. I mean, CDF, and this is definitely the best fighter that each of these guys has ever fought, besides the DP. I mean, I know DP, beat CDF last, and that was, a while ago. But besides DP, I mean, Taismov is the biggest, hardest fight of his life, and for Taismov, this is the best guy he's fought. And I mean, I think CDF's better than Viserys. I mean, he's levels above Des Green. He's levels above Demir Hadzovic. He's levels above Felipe Silva, the jobber. I mean, all these guys that Taismov's knocking out, the jobbers, man. I mean, Hadzovic, he's not a jobber, but come on, dude. CDF's so much better. On the feet, CDF's a great striker. Is a great jab, great right hand, good pressure for sure. Would it surprise me if he hurt Taismov? No, but I'd give the edge on the feet to Taismov. I think he's definitely, has a speed advantage. I think he's more technical. The dude hits like a truck for sure. But Des Green lands some good shots on the feet. I think CDF's going to land the hard shots on the feet. And once he gets hurt, I think he's going to take him down. I think he has a great ground game. This guy has, come on, dude, it's a wizard on the mat, dude. This dude is, 6-2 in the UFC, 3-0 since his return. I mean, obviously, he smoked Josh Gordon. He smoked Jared Gordon. Smoked him, man. Dropped him with that left hand, and got that TKO. And then he went out there and beat Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson, it was a short notice fight. Maybe kind of threw him off a little bit. And he hurt CDF, and CDF just, immediately went for the takedown. I mean, after 3 minutes, Kyle Nelson kind of gassed. I actually think CDF has good cardio. I think he has a better cardio than Taismov. I think Taismov has good cardio, but we've seen him slow down before. I know it's another long layoff here, man. I mean, he didn't look that good in my opinion last fight, dude, off the juice. And I mean, now another long layoff. I mean, I don't know, man. He has a good chin though, for sure. Very good uppercut. I mean, that's probably his best punch. But on the feet, like I mentioned, he has a striking advantage. I get the grappling advantage to CDF. I just think somewhere down the line, he's going to shoot and he's going to get him down. And I really think the CDF is just going to either get a ground and pound win or tap him out. A lot of people are disrespecting him here. I mean, CDF's a very good fighter. Both these guys are outside the top 15. But, I mean, you can't sleep with this kid, dude. He's a finisher. He's trained sports MMA. Like, he has a good striker, and everyone thinks that he's just so slow for Taismov and all this stuff. He's going to get smoked in 10 minutes or 10 seconds, like a minute and all that. But I'm not saying the CDF's going to knock him out. I mean, that would be really ballsy if he did. But I'm telling you right now, he's going to get Taismov down, and I think he's going to tap him out. So I'm going to go with CDF with a second-round submission win. And I just don't like the inactivity for Taismov, and I don't like how he looked last fight. And I think CDF is just, man, dude, he's just on a different level right now, dude. That straight left, that jab, that pressure. If he doesn't get knocked out, I think he's going to win the fight, man, for sure. I mean, I feel like the longer the fight goes, you got to get the edge of CDF, and he has that advantage on the mat, I'm telling you right now. Way better jiu-jitsu, and I mean, he has the better wrestling for sure. Isn't Taismov going to shoot on him? No, he's not. So, yeah, he has great takedown defense, Taismov. He does, but we've seen how to beat him. That was a long time ago, but, I mean, come on, dude. CDF's a better fighter than Viserys, in my opinion. So I'm going to go with CDF with a submission win. So next fight, we got Curtis Blaydes versus Shamil Akhmedov. Yeah, pretty straightforward fight. Curtis Blaydes is just a better fighter. Way huge advantage on the mat. He's way better grappling, way better wrestling. We've seen Shamil get taken down like Derek Lewis. I mean, he's on a good winning streak. He's beaten, Tybura, but yeah, Curtis Blaydes is an animal. He's definitely elite the division. Great striking, good jab, great grappling. One of the best grapplers in the division, relentless. So I got Curtis Blaydes all day. I think he's going to go out there and take down Shamil and, get him out of there. So I'll go Curtis Blaydes with the second round TKO. Next fight, we got another fight that I haven't bet on. We got Islam Mac and Cheese versus Dabby Ramos. And, I bet on Dabby Ramos 2 units to plus 275. I think it's a really close fight. I think a lot of people, man, are like just sleeping on Ramos here. I mean, they're saying the Mac and Cheese is it's better everywhere. You're going to knock him out. I mean, who the hell is Mac and Cheese knocked out besides that trash can Gleason T-Bell? I mean, come on, dude. T-Bell was so done. He's been done forever, man. I mean, even Des Green rocked him. Des Green does not have power in his hands. I like Des Green, but no power in his hands. Mac and Cheese, 17-1, 16-1 in UFC. I mean, definitely this is the toughest fight for Mac and Cheese's career. I mean, you can say about Ramos too. They're both the best guys I've ever fought. But yeah, Mac and Cheese. I mean, it's so hard to take this guy down. I mean, you saw in his last fight against Arman. Arman took him down, man. But he got right back up. But yeah, I think this fight's gonna kind of, test on the feet, Mac and Cheese, yeah, you can say he's more technical than David Ramos, but Ramos throws bombs, man. Ramos, I think, has more power, great right hand. I mean, if this fight hits the mat, you got to give the advantage, in my opinion, to Ramos. This guy has better jiu-jitsu. This guy is a beast, dude. Is Mac and Cheese really going to go out there and try to take him down? Like, I don't think he's going to. If he does, he's an idiot because he's going to get tapped out. So I feel like Ramos might actually have the wrestling advantage in this matchup because, I mean, Armin took him down last fight. I mean, I think Ramos is a better grappler than him. And for Ramos, I think Ramos could definitely take down Mac and Cheese. But in my opinion, Mac and Cheese, I don't know if he's going to get Ramos down. If he does, he's in trouble because Ramos has a better ground game. He has a better jiu-jitsu, Yeah, Mac and Cheese has good control on the map, but come on, dude. Do you think he's going to try to go out there and swim with the sharks? Ramos is of the better ground game, has a better ground game. On the feet, cardio-wise, yeah, Ramos slowed down last fight against Austin Hubbard, but he's kind of trying to show his striking. I mean, he could have easily took him down and tapped him out, but you want to just, he looked good in the feet, man. I mean, he has good right hand, good jab. He's definitely the bigger guy for sure, and he has really good pressure. A lot of people are not mentioning that, man. I mean, Mac and Cheese is a big lightweight, but Ramos, fought a lot of welterweight before, man. I mean, the dude's a good fighter, man, and like I mentioned, this is a very close fight. I just don't want to see how people think Mac and Cheese is going to smoke him, Mac and Cheese has been knocked out too. Okay, people aren't mentioning that. Ramos hasn't been knocked out. I mean, yeah, he slowed down a little bit last fight, but I mean, Ramos looks like a truck. I think Ramos could definitely hurt him with that right hand, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think Ramos is going to go out there and shock a lot of people. He's going to hurt Mac and Cheese and tap him out. So I got Gabby Ramos in the second round, submission win. So next fight we got, it's the co-main event, Edson Barboza versus Paul, the Irish Dragon Felder. This real quick. This is another pretty close fight, man. Obviously, sorry about the noise. Hold on, where is it? All right. So, yeah, the first fight, Barboza won the fight, but they're definitely in two different career paths now. Barboza's 14-7 UFC. He's lost 3 out of his last 5. He's definitely on the decline. He's definitely declining. His chin is definitely deteriorating. 3 KO losses. His chin's sketchy. I mean, Paul Felder definitely has the better chin. I mean, he's more durable. He has better cardio, I think, than Barboza too. If Felder actually went out there, in my opinion, and shows the wrestling, he doesn't try to take you down, but he actually has really good jiu-jitsu. So I mean, if this fight hits the mat, I think he can tap out Barboza. But I mean, I feel like I'd be way more confident if Felder went out there and tried to take him down. But I don't think he's going to. But anyways, in the feet, like I mentioned, I still got to give the advantage on the feet to Barboza. I think he's more technical. I think he has a big speed advantage here. But the guy's chin is a huge red flag. That's why there's no way in hell I'd play Barboza here. I think it's a very close fight. It's dogger pass. Felder's been in the best form in his career. I mean, he beat James Vick, looked really good in that fight, great leg kicks. Look at the fight against the Bronx, dude. I mean, dude, that was legit, man. I mean, how his takedown defense looked really good and just brutal ground and pound. If he gets on top of Barboza, it's over. I feel like if he chooses to wrestle, man, he has a huge advantage on the mat, for sure. On the feet, yeah, he's way more durable. He has better cardio. He has good striking, good right hand. He's very technical. I just think Barboza is a little more tricky on the feet. I think Barboza has more weapons. He has very, very, very good kicks. And he's fast. He definitely has speed advantage here, man. He has a good jab. His hands have been getting better. And I just think he's going to definitely throw more volume on the feet than Paul Felder. So I want to pick Paul Felder. I think he's live for sure. But I'm going to go Barboza. I think he's going to win a close decision win. But his chin's terrible. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he got knocked out. Main event of the night. DP Dustin Poirier versus Khabib. Yes, okay, a lot of people are probably going to mention how I'm 0-3 fading Khabib, but I mean, all 3 of those fights, okay, number 1, Michael Johnson. Why did I bet Michael Johnson? Okay, I mean, he hurt Khabib, but come on, terrible bet. Barboza, I mean, terrible takedown defense. I don't know why I bet both these guys. Conor, he won a round in that fight, but I mean, Conor's just not the same anymore. Khabib dominated him in that fight. Khabib draw Conor, it's pretty embarrassing. Khabib striking definitely improved a lot, but it's nowhere on the level as DP. This is a pure striker versus grappler matchup. The line is ridiculous. It's disgusting, in my opinion. I got 1.5 units on plus 365. I do think that DP and Tony Ferguson are probably the best guys to beat Khabib. Gaethje probably is right after that. I mean, come on, man. Dustin's the dude is in prime condition right now. I mean, prime form right now. Has the interim title, smoke backs all the way, dominated that fight. Great pressure. He's gonna hurt Khabib, I feel like, in the feet. Everyone takes that first L besides John Jones. What he did was DQ. Khabib's a monster. I mean, I got to give him respect. He's, the best fighter in the division. He's a champ. He's dominant. He's really good. But we've seen him before, okay? He's in trouble. We've seen him get hurt in his fights. And Dustin's definitely the best striker Khabib's ever fought, in my opinion. Dustin has a very, very good right hand. Someone's going to say Conor beat DP. The MMA math, come on, dude. MMA math doesn't mean shit. DP's would kill Conor if they fought like him. DP, man, the guy's just like his will to win, this pressure, man. And like the guy, like, yeah, he has very good takedown defense, and we have seen him get taken down in the past. But I mean, we've never seen anyone really control DP. That's the thing. Like, like Khabib will probably get him down, but I think I feel like the longer the fight goes, DP probably has the advantage. Like they both have good cardio too, but I mean, I just think DP is going to hurt him, man, really bad. He has the better striking. I mean, the great jab, great pressure, great right hand. There's no way Khabib's going to hurt him on the feet. Khabib's not going to have success on the feet at all. And I mean, Khabib's a grappler. Okay, he has striking's improved. I'm not saying striking's bad or anything, but I just think DP is just a way better striker. And I mean, Khabib's relentless, dude. I mean, that's one thing about him, man. I mean, he's just going to try to take him down and, I mean, keep him down there. But I just don't think he's going to be able to control him on the mat. I really don't. I think DP's just going to keep getting up. He's going to make him work. He's going to hurt him on the feet. And I think he's going to get him out of there, man. I mean, the line's disgusting right now, 100% disgusting. And I mean, I thought, like I was thinking about, I'll probably play DP like a plus 200, but 365? Like, come on, dude. DP is so live in this fight. So I got DP with like I mentioned, the later the fight goes, and he gets to win. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with the first round knockout. That'd be legit, but I'll go with DP with the third round TKO. But yeah, if he knocks him out in the first round, that would be awesome. And I do want to see Khabib versus Tony down the line, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But I'm telling you, man, people are sleeping on Dustin Poirier here, dude. Like, Khabib is a monster. He's a great grappler, but everyone takes that first L, man. And we've seen Khabib get hurt on the feet. We've seen him get frustrated versus Iaquinta. I mean, Conor won around against him, and Conor had an injury in that fight as well. Michael Johnson dropped him. Dustin Poirier blows those fights out of the water, man. Yes, Michael Johnson beat Dustin Poirier. That doesn't mean anything. Dustin Poirier is a way better fighter than Michael Johnson. If they fought again, it would be easy money, Dustin Poirier. So Dustin Poirier is going to hurt him with that jab. He's going to get him down. Third round TKO. Let's see one more comments. Isaiah. Cyborg, the Bellator. I don't really care, man, honestly. I mean, she's a good fighter, but yeah, I could care less about her in Bellator. Great fight against Jouja, but my thoughts are whatever. I still don't really care about Cyborg. She can do whatever she wants. So that's it, guys. Got 3 dog plays. Bet on Dustin Poirier 1.5 units plus 365. Bet on Ramos 275 2 units. Wait, let me check real quick just to make sure. Sorry. Yeah, and then 2 units CDF plus 185. I don't know if I'm gonna make any other plays. I definitely want to start next week. There's a lot of good fights in that card. I mean, there's so many good fights next week. I can't wait to take this card. Probably might start tonight or tomorrow. I'm just gonna read many more comments. Torrin Brown, who would you pick between Tony Ferguson and Dustin? Yeah, that's such a crazy fight. I don't know, man, because I mean, I'm a really big Tony Ferguson fan, but I'm a huge Dustin fan. I don't know who I'd pick in that fight. I really don't. I mean, I probably would have to sit back and enjoy that fight. I don't know if I could bet on both those guys because, I mean, both of them won me a lot of money, man. So I like both of them a lot. But if I had to pick, to be honest, like gun in the head right now, I'd probably go with Ferguson. But I do think Ferguson beats Khabib, right? Like 100% think he beats Khabib. So, yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back next week for a great card. I think it's Justin Gaethje versus Cowboy Cerrone. I mean, a lot of good fights in that card. Marvin Vettori versus Andrew Sanchez. Oh, my God. That fight's in the prelims, I think. Dude, that fight is crazy good, man. Got a pretty big, strong lead in that fight, and I'm pretty sure people might be surprised with who I'm going with in that fight. But I can't wait, man, for next week. And I hope everyone has a good night on Saturday. I know it's in the morning. I won't be able to watch the fights live. I have some stuff going on. But, I mean, I'm going to obviously watch every fight. I'm a huge UFC fan, but I can't watch a lot. I got some stuff, some important stuff going on. But so I might have to stay off Twitter, man. I don't want to get fights ruined because I'm probably right when I get home. I'm going to, probably just go MIA and watch every fight. But, yeah, so let me know in the comments below who everyone has. And hold on real quick. Why do you guys never do live streams for P reviews? I think we have before. Yeah. Maybe I will, in the future. My work schedule is different now, so like I'm gonna have Saturdays. I'm gonna have to work on Saturdays, but I'll have like nights off and stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. This Saturday though, I don't work. I have some other stuff going on, but yeah, we'll see. Just let me know in the comments below who you guys have in the main event. Any question you guys have about anything, and I'll answer you guys. Um, who you guys have in any fight? Just I like talking fights, man. Just let me know. I'm down to do some live streams in the future. I'm down to do any kind of videos. I love fantasy football. I mean, I'm so excited football's back. I can't wait. I mean, there's a lot of people on MMA Twitter right now that like I'm going against them in leagues. Shout out to Shaq from Best Fight Picks. I'm in 2 weeks with him. I'm gonna smoke him. I won the league last year that he's a commissioner. I'm just to let everyone know that I'm going to be winning that league again this year. Notorious picks. He's a jobber. He's terrible at fantasy football. The guy took Mahomes, I think, in the first round. Come on, what are you doing, dude? No, he's good at fantasy football, and he's a fellow Vikings fan. Shout out to Die Hard MMA. I know he's a Vikings fan. Skull. I mean, I'm a huge Vikings fan. I've been a Vikings fan since I was like 10 years old, and I have no family in Minnesota at all. But I fell in love watching Culpepper and Moss. So huge Vikings fan, and I can't wait for football. I'm so excited. It's on Thursday, and I don't work Sundays, so I'm so happy. One more comment before I go. Nico Price and James Vick. Oh, God, I got a huge, strong lean on that fight. I mean, I like both guys for sure. I think James Vick definitely is going to win some fights at 170. I mean, he could win fights 170, but terrible matchup. Nico Price, knockout in 2 minutes. It's easy money. If I get dog money, oh, my God. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.